Hello, class. It's Miss Roberts here, and today we're going to talk about the affirmative speech, its requirements, and the outline. Let's begin. All right. Okay. So for the affirmative speech, this is where we expand our skill set, and with that, you're able to pick and choose a topic, divide it into three pieces, and talk about almost whatever you want. Now, you want to make sure for the speech that it's at least 5 to 7 minutes and you're including your full sentence outline and that will be a separate submission. Develop your full sentence outline and perform your speech on camera. Now remember, because we do have a audience requirement, you can complete this in several ways. So you can have three people and show that you have the three people within your speech. Now, if they're not comfortable being on camera, you can just show their heads, that's fine. But you do have to have those three people. Or if we have people who don't have audience members, I can create a Zoom meeting or we can schedule Zoom meetings together so we can go ahead and be each other's audience. Let me know if you have any questions or if you need the Zoom option, let me know so I can go ahead and schedule that for you. Also, you have at least four sources or more. That can include books, scholarly journals, personal interview, videos with credible sources, websites with credible sources, but you want to make sure to have at least four sources for full credit. For the visual aids, you want to make sure, or to make it simple, you can have a picture, you can use your tablet or phone as long as I can able to see it, or you can have the actual object. Okay? Now, another option for submitting your video could be either through Canvas Upload or via YouTube, right? So, for example, Canvas Upload is the most preferred method. It's a closed system and it's easy for you to upload your video file onto Canvas. And many people do that. If you want, you can create a YouTube video and put it as unlisted if you don't want it out there. If you choose that option, I need to have the link so I can see it. So ultimately, need to make sure that I'm able to see the video and that it's loud enough. And then we have our audience members, and it should be great. Next, I'm going to show you the outline format. Give me just a moment. Now, with the outline, you want to make sure that it's in either PDF or Word format or rich text format. So say if you have a Mac and you have dot pages, you want to make sure to convert that. I do not accept Google Docs links, so you can also, if you use that as your primary, word processing software, you can go ahead and type it out and put the information in there and convert it into Word doc, RTF or rich text format or PDF, but I do not accept Google Docs links. All right. So here's the optional YouTube link just in case you choose that option. But make sure you have your attention getter. So that is a question, factor, stat, phrase, or something that you say to get the audience's attention. They have audience relevance. So you're going to talk about why it's important for them to listen to your speech and your credibility. Like, why are you credible to talk about this topic? Do you have certain experiences? Do you do research on the topic? And this is your thesis statement overview. So, for example, today I'm going to talk about A, B, and C. What is A, B, C, you ask? It's the body section. So, notice that there's not a lot of information right here. You do have your main points and your details. This also includes your in-text citations. You can incorporate in-text citations by weaving it into the sentence, which also includes your verbal citations as well. So I would suggest weaving it into the sentence just so it makes creating your note cards and remembering to cite your source out loud a lot easier. However, because it's written, you can also put in parenthetical citations, maybe putting them into the parentheses. Now, you take your topic and you break it down into 3 pieces. So say if I want to talk about things to do in SoCal, I might say, hey, we can go to Disneyland, the beach, and the mountains. So those will be my 3 body sections. Make sure to have complete sentences and keep the headings. Keeping the headings are important because as I replay the video, I will be able to see, oh, okay, this is where you're at, and it's a lot easier for me to identify where to find the place you are at in the video. And then you also have your conclusion, which is pretty simple. It is the mirror of the statements. So for example, today I talked about A, B, and C. In conclusion, I talked about A, B, and C. But you also want to have a final statement. The final statement can also mirror the attention getter, or you can ask us a question or give a takeaway from the video. But in order to give full credit on the conclusion, you want to make sure to complete the review or overview, if you will, and the final statement. Make sure to add your 4 sources, incorporate those 4 sources in or within the outline. Also, make sure to have a works cited page or reference page, depending on if you want to do APA or MLA. And that's about it. Okay. So if you have any questions about the assignment, please let me know. I look forward to hearing each and every one of your speeches. And thank you so much for hanging out with me. Thank you. See you soon. Bye.